main attraction.
That's true.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, dude, t-shirt design is good. I was thinking about wearing my Riley Miller custom-made
You
t-shirt
still
for.
have that?
Yeah,
I
I
love
still
that.
have it.
That,
Yeah,
that makes me very happy.
yeah, yeah. I have it here. I think it's dirty. I think it's in the wash right now.
One day I might commission you to make 500 of them, and then eventually I'll just need to give them away to strangers because I only needed like 100 maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, strangers need that shirt more than anyone, I think.
Well, I just want to like donate it to like one of those clothing mountains in Africa.
Oh,
Have you
okay.
seen those where they do their shopping? Like all the leftover clothes that like just aren't good enough for the Western world, they just like put in a big mountain in Africa, and it's a whole like
I bet the
industry.
prices are great there.
Oh, for sure, yeah. But
Yeah.
people just dig through it, sort it out, set up little shops of leftover Western clothes, which is like it's basically good clothes. It's just like
Did you
a
know that it
brand
takes
changes.
2,700 liters of water to make one single T-shirt?
2,700.
700 liters.
Damn, I need to drink way more T-shirts.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, that's why I support T-shirt mountains in Africa, because secondhand is better.
Yeah, at least if they don't have water, they have a T-shirt of Walt Disney
Drinking water.
drinking water. Yeah.
Yeah, water is good. I like to drink water.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm pretty good about drinking water.
yeah,
Um,
I believe it. Dude, ever since I got here, man, I've always prized myself on hydration, but I can still drink 8 cups of water and be pissing yellow, dude. It's so damn hot here.
is it the heat and the humidity? Is it
That's
both?
what gets you.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Um, no, it's like walking around in a sauna. It's pretty fun, except maybe when you're walking around at noon. But anyways,
Mhm.
I was wondering. I heard of a new restaurant in Idaho called Cheese Chooch Gagooch, and I was
Cheese
wondering
Chooch-
if
Yeah.
you've
Well,
been there and what they serve.
Cheese Choochka Gooch is an up and coming project from uh, My Dream LLC.
Nice.
I have a secret corporation in my dreams that makes things happen. And Cheese Choochka Gooch is one of them.
Yeah.
And it's just fun to say, I think. Um, yeah. But it was like a hot pocket. I think that's how I visualized it. I visualized it as a hot pocket,
Yeah.
but it's like a classy hot pocket. Like,
I know you've also had dreams where you go to all you can eat pizza buffets and they're all out of pizza. So does Cheech Chooch Gagooch have a steady supply of food or do they run out of things too? Did you get to
um,
dine at Cheese Chooch Gagooch?
sometimes they run out of things at Cheech Chooch Gooch, and you just got to get a different thing if they don't have the thing that you want there. Yeah,
Have you ever watched Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon? Wait, no, that's not the show I'm
that's
thinking
too
of.
scary. I'm not much of a true crime person. I can't watch Kitchen Nightmares.
You
That's
just
a little.
think
It's too
about
intense.
Nightmare Fish.
Ugh, it's way too spooky, man.
Is that a phrase that still pops up in your mind from time to time?
Which one, Nightmare Fish?
Yeah.
You have more Riley Miller deep cuts than I do in there.
Is
Where
is
what
Miles O'Reilly still alive or
did you make a list?
I might have a list.
Damn. Okay. That's when I run away to the northern UK. I'll change my name to Miles O'Reilly so that people who are in the know can still find me.
Nice. Nice. About how many aliases would you say that you have that people can know about?
Um, at least like 6 or 7. I'm kind of
Uh,
working. I'm working on a new alias right now, because I want to make like the most boring kind of ambient music imaginable.
mhm.
Like the kind that like desperate mothers put on to get their children to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm thinking of an alias that's just like sleep dream music.
Yeah, that sounds
Like
good. That
something
sounds
just
like
like
something cutting.
something you just Google when you need it
Yeah.
to solve the problem.
Yeah. Are you just trying to game the algorithm and make a profit off of
Totally.
music?
I mean, ideally, there's a way that I can, extort the algorithm while also creating art within that context. Um, so maybe there's a duality there.
Yeah. Yeah, for in preparation, as you can clearly see, I was lurking your Twitter, and it seems like you've been posting a lot about cigarettes recently. And
I have been thinking a lot about cigarettes
I
recently.
remember you once
Yeah.
told me that if it all goes wrong for you, that you're gonna start a career where you play old school RuneScape and review cigarettes.
Yeah.
So, are we coming close to that, or are you? What's
Man, my
happening?
friend, we are dangerously close to that era, unfortunately. Or
Oh
maybe
no.
fortunately, I don't know. Um, yeah, I've kind of had some like health issues recently, which have just made me like reflect on what do I want to be doing in the short term.
Yeah.
Like, because I've always been an ass buster, like, and a go getter, some would
Mhm.
say.
Mhm.
But I'm feeling less like go getting recently. The only thing I feel like go getting is some cigarettes.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Would you smoke American or just go all in on the Chinese?
Damn. I mean, if we're doing the cigarette review show, then then I gotta explore every
Yeah.
situation. I
I
gotta find
think
the one.
nothing will solve your health problems like smoking cigarettes.
Exactly. I want to be like what was that one guy who went around and ate food around the world that everybody liked? Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
I want to be like the Anthony Bourdain of cigarettes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's you.
Mm.
If I mean, you would probably make a profit off that. That's the fucked up thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
mean,
yeah, I would say I'm compromising my health to do it, but
yeah.
yeah, whatever. It's just a body, I only need it for a while, and then I'm done with it. So,
It seems like, nonetheless, despite it all, you've had a very productive time with music recently. It seems like you've been dropping
yeah,
hella
thank
stuff.
you. That's kind of like the one sort of thing that's like it's been weird, like because some things are going down, but the music thing is just like exploding.
Yeah.
So music on Spotify, music on AppleMusic.com, music on
Oh yeah.
Deezer.com.
Shout out to Germany.
Shout out Pandora. Shout out Tidal. We're on it.
Instagram
And,
Music.
yeah, actually.
Hell yeah. Did you go
Yes.
through distro?
CD baby.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just seems like there's no subscription or anything. You just pay $10 and then you're done.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
how
it's
this works.
per year or per month or?
Not like per album. Like you
Oh
pay
shit.
ten
Nice.
dollars to upload the album.
Oh,
They
and then
still
it's
take
on there.
and it's on there, yeah.
Fuck.
And they still take like a percentage of this streaming
Yeah.
revenue. I don't really care about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It works.
Hell yeah, that's dope as fuck. And are you gonna keep it like just? Are you gonna are you're able to upload all your aliases and stuff that way, like without having to pay?
Correct. Yeah, you don't need different like artist subscription accounts.
Yeah.
Basically, you just pay per album, so you could have as many aliases going
Nice.
as you want, really.
Hell yeah, taking over. We're gonna have fucking 15 Riley Miller aliases on Deezer.
Yeah. I need a Deezer exclusive alias. Maybe
Yeah, definitely.
that's not gonna do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Are you
think Deezer is Germany's playlist, so maybe that could be like your techno alias
I
or
can
something.
picture it. Yeah, Berlin House for
Yeah.
sure. When's the Young Chuck ambient album coming?
I don't know, man. You've had a productive time with music. I'm like the opposite. I fucking hardly ever work on music anymore. And if I do, it's like I'm just have so many unfinished projects that it's like so daunting. It's like where do I begin? But I was working on some earlier today. I have a lot of unreleased tracks. Like me and Baggy probably have like 6 or 7 songs together now that I just like haven't really released. Uh, and they're really fucking fun. I love rapping on baggy beats. And I got like a whole bunch. I could probably like, if I spent like a week and a half or 10 days, I could probably get an album out of just like my own shit. But I don't know. I think maybe over the summer, my summer break is just starting, so maybe I can knock out a ambient project.
I mean, that's the great thing about ambient projects. You just like, you know, you only need to think of like 6 chords. You got an album.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. I don't know. I just need to have more respect for the game. Maybe I just because I'll hear it and I'll be like, oh, I don't know. I should just like it's not good enough. It's not cutting edge enough. It doesn't sound different enough. Maybe I'm too just obsessed with being different. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I think it'd be fun. I like it's chill. I have like ambient projects on my computer. I just hoard them all.
Yeah, I've sort of been debating whether or not an artist can like oversaturate their output. Like, is it better for an artist to have 100 albums and have like 10 of them be good and 90 of them be so-so or whatever? Is that better, or is it better for an artist to like just do a tight five, you know? And like, there's a lot of different ways to do it. No, at the end of the day, who gives a shit? Just make music, I think.
Yeah, yeah. As long as you're having fun, and really, I think that's the bottom line. As long as you're happy with how it sounds and you
Mm-hmm.
like it, it shouldn't really matter what the fuck. Like
Mm-hmm.
your legacy is to like we're already both past the point of having it's too late for us to only release 5 albums. We're too deep. We're fucking quadruple
That's
that. Yeah.
true.
Um.
And I think ultimately, like any creative person in any field, really what you're looking for is one hit.
Yeah.
Like, because any director, any artist or music, like you think of one thing, you think of fucking Starry Night, Mona Lisa. You think of the one thing that sticks around. And yeah, there's like 100 other things that they did, but I think the goal is just to make as much as possible. So eventually, maybe you get something that sticks, and maybe the other stuff holds up too in its own way. But
Yeah, I mean, even the songs that I think retrospectively are like not very good, I'm still proud of. Like, there was a time and a place where I was like, I like this song, this is good,
mhm,
and I liked going back and listening to my older songs. I feel like there's more of a. I think, for me, like part of it was when I started making music, I had such low expectations for myself, so I was so easily amused and impressed by anything. Whereas now I know a little bit more, and I'm like, oh, I know I could do it better, but it in some senses also like paralyzed me. It's like the paralysis of choice. When you're like, there are so many different directions I could take this, and they all seem good, but then
mhm.
you're like, I'm not able to go any direction.
Yeah, for sure. I've sort of learned to just follow ideas that seem pretty good,
Hmm.
because if you just wait for that perfect situation, yeah, you will get the paralysis. But if something seems good, then like seems good, right? Just
Yeah.
try it, you know? Yeah.
How close are we to getting like a full Riley Miller lyrical album? Because all
Uh,
of the tracks I've heard with you with lyrics on them are like really good, and like I like them a lot.
it's interesting you ask that because I don't know.
Yeah.
I sold my guitar. I had a guitar like a year ago, and then I sold it. But now I think I want to get one back
Yeah.
and maybe do it. But I never know what project's gonna come next. Like I always think I know. Oh, this is the album I'm working on, and then something else sneaks around the corner. Like this Cool Sun mix I just put out is like just the weirdest, like Latin influenced beat tape, and like I was working on one album, and then this just sort of happened, and like I love it. I love this stuff. So it's an unexpected trajectory, but I think a Riley Miller album 2025 would be awesome. I
Oh
think
yeah.
that's maybe something.
Oh yeah. 2025 gonna be a big year. 2025. Damn, dude. It's gonna be epic.
It's a scary looking year.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
terrifying.
It really is. Yeah. Are we allowed to talk about politics on this show?
Yeah. We can talk about whatever you want.
just a little. I just think that the funniest outcome for this political season um, would be for Trump to win again, so that Biden can run again in
Yeah.
2028.
And then we get like
Right?
another fucking showdown between Trump and Biden, and they're like fucking 96.
Yes, exactly. And it's just, we just somehow keep recycling these two guys and just see how long it takes for people to notice. You know?
It's really crazy that this is happening. Like that's part of the reason why I'm in a different country. Is like America's just too. It seems too crazy. It's like what the fucking hell is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, I wonder when we get to a point where we're like Russia and China, where like both of those two places have had the same president for like 20 years, right?
Yeah, yeah. You're recently a Chinese citizen.
Mm-hmm.
How's that
I've
going
just,
for you?
I've decided that it's probably just better over there, like statistically speaking. Like there's a lot of fear mongering and propaganda that we
Yeah.
have dumped on us as Americans, but it's probably pretty good, probably pretty chill,
I mean,
you
it's a
know?
huge country, so there's got to be some places that are like at least some places that are definitely chill as fuck. I
For
think
sure.
I think
Yeah.
each country, both America and China, probably have their ups and downs. Um, but I think by and large, yeah, that I ever since playing Dynasty Warriors 5 as a youth, I've always um,
That'll do it.
been
Yeah,
interested
that'll do it.
in
I
China.
just I watched Chungking Express and fell in love with Fei Wong, and then I was just like, okay, I'll just be Chinese now, I guess.
Yeah.
Guess that's the move. Yeah.
True or false? The best way to start any day is by watching a feature film.
I would say true,
Yeah.
because I have a better attention span earlier in the day.
So
Like if I
you
were,
get the
yeah,
most out of the movie.
for sure. Yeah. I mean, if there's something I actually want to pay attention to, that's an AM experience. Like in the night, I just want to watch like X Files and
Nice.
not really watch it either.
Yeah.
Like just give it like 30% of my attention.
I wish I had that skill. It's hard for me to watch things in the background because I want to give them about 75% of my attention.
That's a good percentage. Yeah. For me, it's like it's either 100 or like 30 or 5%. Like sometimes I just want to watch Dragon Ball Z
Mm-hmm.
just just to like be around lights that are changing color occasionally.
Yeah. Yeah. It beats having an expensive lighting setup that some
Hmm.
people have, but you still get the same effects.
What's your favorite anime?
I'm watching One Piece right now, and I'm on about episode 642, and it's very good.
I watched a little bit of One Piece. I watched like maybe the first 50 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
like until they get to like the islands, places that they go to.
The Grand
And then,
Line.
yeah, until they get there. And then I was just like, you know what? These guys are sort of wacky. There's some wacky things going on here. And it got a little too wacky for me, because I like moderated wackiness.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just me.
How do you prefer? Like, is there a wackiness to silliness ratio? Is wackiness different than silliness, or do you
Um,
only like moderate silly things, or do you like to go maximum silly, moderate wacky?
I would say I'm okay with a little bit more silliness than wackiness.
Mm-hmm.
Because like wackiness is a little bit more unbridled,
It's whack.
and like it's all over the place. You don't know where to point it. But silliness is like, oh, I see what you did there, you little rascal, you. That's silliness.
Yeah, it definitely brings joy.
Yeah.
Silly is like, oh, that person is a joyous, what a goof.
Hmm.
Whereas wacky, you're like, I might not trust this person.
I'm not safe here.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
wacky.
yeah. It's like Cat in the Hat.
Oof, yeah, I would not go near him with a 10-foot pole. Not that cat.
Yeah, yeah. One of my favorite questions to ask is if they would rather hang out with Mike Myers, Cat in the Hat, or Jim Carrey, the Grinch. And
Mm.
I always got to pick the Grinch for me personally.
Um, yeah, for sure. Um, At least you know what the Grinch's deal is. He doesn't like Christmas, but what's the Cat in the Hat's deal? What's his deal?
Yeah, I mean, he'll get you in trouble with your parents. He'll fucking ruin your house. And I think Mike Myers is secretly a douche, or maybe not even secretly, but I think IRL Michael Myers is sort of a douche. No disrespect to Austin Powers, great feature film.
Classic.
And
Yeah.
I like Cat in the Hat, his rendition as well. For me, the Grinch, I think he'd be down to smoke weed, so
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely chill with him. And I
Just
think,
say that 'cause he looks like weed.
yeah, and I think
You,
apart from not liking Christmas, he's a pretty down to earth guy.
yeah, we don't see a lot of his lifestyle outside of the Christmas season. So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
maybe
like
he's
how's he
kind of
on
like
Thanksgiving?
for sure. What's his opinion on Leap Day?
Yeah, he's probably partying hard right now.
Yeah. Did you have a good Leap Day?
Yeah, it was nice. It's over now.
Yeah.
We're fully in March. Leap Day was good. I got paid on Leap Day, so always nice to have that happen. And my fucking older brother, his wife is in labor, so I might have a leap year niece or nephew,
Oh,
which would be pretty special.
that's the luckiest thing in the world.
Yeah, so we'll see. We got about 11 hours left to make it happen. So
Okay. Wish him luck.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think nowadays you have to register, from what I've heard, is either the 28th or the 1st.
Mm.
And I think they got rid of February 29th as an official birthday, which seems a little suspicious. I think the whole calendar system is really, why do we even follow it still?
Need some revision. Yeah. What I'd like to do to the calendar is I'd like every month to be 28 days, so that every month is 4 weeks. Um, and then the extra days, because at the end of the year you have maybe a dozen or so extra days, you just make like an extra little month,
Yeah.
which is it's like a holiday month. Everybody takes that time off or whatever. Get the Christmas in there, get the other things in there. Because that's like basically how we do it. We close up shop the last couple of weeks of the year.
Hmm.
So let's just make an official, like, festive, like a month thing, a mini month, if you will.
Yeah, I'm sort of in favor of just getting rid of months altogether and just one day it's day one, and then it's day
Oh,
two, day three, day four, and then we see how
day.
long we can go. It's like a challenge, and maybe it'll incentivize us to take better care of the environment and such.
that that is a good theory. Yeah.
Yeah. Tom Cruise or Sylvester Stallone?
Oh, now this is a very challenging question. Shockingly challenging. Because I love Rocky.
Yeah.
I do. He's a lovable scamp. With a big heart.
Mm-hmm.
Really good movies. But
That
that's
was
sort of
nice.
like all Sly has going for him.
Mm-hmm.
But he wrote Rocky. He produced it. I think he wrote Rambo. I need to check on that. So he's cooking stuff up. But Tom Cruise, like, he just has a different kind of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't. The weird thing is, I don't know if I trust Tom Cruise. Like I he's like the most likable, unlikable guy.
Yeah,
Like
he's
you
probably
meet,
a little sociopathic.
like at first glance you think he's a sociopath, but then like his mystic charm just starts to work on you, and you're like, okay, I'm falling into it. Um, so I think ultimately it goes to Tom Cruise. Yeah.
I heard a rumor, I don't know if this is true, but I heard a rumor once that Sylvester Stallone got banned from several hotels for pooping in the shower and trying to stomp the log down the drain. So, yeah, might want to Google that for reference, but I'm pretty
So
sure
that's
that's true.
something. Yeah. I hope that's not true. But we've all been there, so it's the several thing. Like if it was just one hotel, I could be like,
You could look
well,
past it.
two.
We all have
Yeah,
bad days.
for sure. Yeah, we've all woken up in a strange town, disoriented.
Yeah, ate some bad fucking shellfish the night before.
Yeah, You can't really figure out how the shower controls work. How come shower controls, like, it should just be one knob? There's hot over here, there's cold over there. I hate when there's like an extra knob, because it's like, who's this for?
Yeah, they should maybe they should just universify, make shower things more universal because it seems like you go to every house and they have a different setup for how the shower works and the hot water
Yeah.
thing. No shower is the same from my experience. I don't know that I've
You-
stepped in the same shower twice.
In China, every single shower is the same.
Nice.
There's two buttons, one that says hot, one that says cold. That's how it works. It's great.
In Thailand, the toilets are in the same room as the toilets and the shower are all connected.
Right.
So you could take a shower and take a poop at the same time if that was really your thing. Sylvester Stallone wouldn't be trapped in the situation that he'd gotten himself in if he was living in Thailand.
He'd be king for a day.
Yeah.
Are you speaking very much Thai?
No, I know about maybe like 15 phrases. I've been, for the last couple weeks, I've been writing down every day like 10 words in Thai and building up like a little bit of a vocabulary there. But my comprehension is not very good. It's definitely a fucking confusing language.
I'm sure, yeah. Like if you go to a grocery store or a restaurant, like on average, how good is the English of the people who are helping you?
It's mixed. It depends on the place.
Yeah.
But I would say normally, if I can avoid it speaking, I will, or I'll just, I do a lot of pointing to things on menus.
Sure,
And
sure.
grocery stores are fucking super simple. Like, if
Yeah.
I'm going to the market, you can just fucking like point at the watermelon and be like 4. Or if it's like
Yeah.
the supermarket, it's all like automated basically. So, but yeah, it's fun. I mean, my fucking rent is like 134 USD a month. So,
That's pretty good.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
pretty
can't
good.
argue with that.
Pretty good.
But I need to be a little less shy because I feel like I'm going to the same like 12 restaurants over and over and over where there's like fucking 150 in town that I could choose from.
Mm.
But I'm
You're
I'm
right.
shy. I don't know how the new places will work. So what if I do it wrong and they'd make fun of me?
Do they have clubs? You go clubbing?
Yeah, they got clubs. I go clubbing maybe once every couple weeks. My friends would like me to go more often, but I don't really have that kind of. I can't really. I hate drinking. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm pretty good for that.
Yeah, yeah. But lots of my friends are Irish over here, so they like to drink. So I try and entertain them at least a little bit. But yeah, there's several clubs and they're all open very late and like 7 days a week. Yeah, it's a good time. I really haven't been outside of the town that I'm living in since I've been here for the last like 4 months because I've mainly been working. I've spent maybe like 72 or like 86 hours in Bangkok, but apart from that, I've just been in Buriram, which is like pretty small, and so I'm looking forward to like traveling and shit now that I'm on break, basically.
Y'all got trains over there?
We got trains, we got buses, we got planes.
The big three.
Yeah, most people have motorbikes.
Right.
Yeah, it's the preferred method of transportation, and you'll see hella people piled up on one motorbike. You'll see a mom, she's got 2 kids, she's got the dog in the front. When I'm on motorbikes, it's usually with 2 other fully grown men. So,
That's the world Joe Biden wants for us.
I
That's what he
I would
wants.
probably be more in favor of that than his actual plans.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I don't really know that he has any plans. I saw today though that Mitch McConnell stepped down, which is probably a good thing. I think
Shout out, Mitch. Yeah.
after
Pour
his
one out.
second 10-minute pause mid-sentence episode, that's probably a good idea.
I think that we need more. If we can have like an 80-year-old senator, we also need like a 5-year-old senator to like
Yeah.
balance out.
Duh,
You
they
know?
would probably be way more chill. They'd probably be like, we have to have 3 hours a day every day where we color with crayons.
Yep. Free taffy. for everybody on Tuesdays.
So, how do you feel about slowed and reverb Taylor Swift?
I support it. I like.
I'm like a recently budding Taylor Swift fan, so do you have any song recommendations for me to check out that I might like?
I mean, I started to like Taylor Swift. Like, I was in LA for Flamingo Fest,
Mm-hmm.
which was a fun event.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I was hanging out on the beach after,
Oh yeah.
and then I was taking a cab back to the airport at the very end, and I get into the cab, and Taylor Swift's on. And like normally I'd be jaded about that sort of thing, but I was just like in such a good space that I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna enjoy Taylor Swift. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, so I just turned my brain off. I vibed with it. That song, Karma, was on,
Okay.
and it was a bopper. What can I say? I had a good time, and yeah, I'm kind of over it. Like, but
I don't
I
know that
just
I've ever heard Karma, but I've been, she was the number one artist in the world for a while on Spotify. She overtook The Weeknd, who's usually at number one.
I thought it
And
was Drake, the Drizzy. Is it
I
not?
think they all fluctuate, but for a long time, The Weeknd was number one, and then for like Taylor Swift, after she did a big world tour and like remastered all her albums, she was on top for like 3 months or so. So I was like, okay, I'll give her a merit. She's probably got to have some good songs. So I
Mm.
started from the beginning. I started from 2006 Taylor Swift, more country Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Teardrops on My Guitar, banger. I was listening to a few other tracks on that album last night, bangers, dude. So I'm excited to work my way up to Karma. I think I'm fully a Swiftie now. I never
You'll
thought
get
it would happen. I'm sort of sickened with myself, but
right. It's a weird feeling, but like I think it's just about letting yourself enjoy something sometimes, like without being hypercritical about it.
yeah, I mean, there's tons of problematic artists that I enjoy and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
I think at the end of the day, it's probably just she's a really good songwriter, and that's why she's popular. It's not like
Sure.
I
Yeah.
don't. I think it's hard to get that popular and be like number one for so long without having some talent, you know.
I mean, yeah, you got to know the formula, even if
Except
it's
for
a
maybe
simple.
Drake.
It's like even if it's a simple ass grilled cheese formula, like a couple pieces of bread, some cheese in the middle, like there's like who doesn't like grilled cheese? You know, if I put a grilled cheese in front of you, you'd probably eat it.
Yeah,
Even
I
if you
would.
wanted like sushi or something, you get you get a grilled cheese, you deal with it, you
I had
move on.
sushi today. It was good.
Nice,
Yeah,
very nice.
and nice salmon salad, salmon yum thai. I was feeling bougie. You know what I'm saying?
All I've had today, I had my morning Huel,
Oh yeah.
uh, cup of coffee, cup of yerba mate. Um, so these are all liquids so far that I've described. No actual food stuff, but
How do you feel about green tea?
green tea, yes. All
Nice.
teas. I haven't met a tea I didn't like.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite uh, variety?
I really like yerba mate.
Okay.
Uh, the
Yeah,
plant
yeah,
ferment.
yeah. I've drank a few. I've seen it on what's that one web series? A web series. Kenny Beats the Cave.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's got some zip to it. It's got some pep.
Oh yeah,
I'll give it that. Yeah.
yeah. And you love
I do.
caffeine.
Yeah, I kind of do like caffeine. Um, I wish I didn't need any substances at all. Like, I
Hmm.
wish I could just drink water and eat handfuls of oats and be satisfied. But um, I'm kind of like taking caffeine and then like a dozen herbal supplements, which I don't think are working, but I'm just going to keep taking more supplements until something happens.
Nice. Yeah, you'll probably fucking turn into a superhero.
I hope so. One day, all of them are going to start working on the same day, and then I'll have no problems ever again.
Yeah. Have you taken any of those like Joe Rogan brain pills that make your brain smarter, better?
I'm slowly creeping up on them.
Yeah,
Um,
dude. I think once you start taking those, you'll be fucking on. No one will be able to stop you.
I'll be set. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Your brain will be fully powered and fully activated.
I did ashwagandha for a little while. You know about ashwagandha?
Is that a type of yoga?
No, it's like a sort of a herbal supplement thing.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
And like, it worked really well for like a week, and then it fucked up my sleep. So I don't do that one anymore. Um, but
Yeah, I've heard
yeah,
it gives you crazy nightmares and shit, or something like that.
no, I just didn't sleep.
Oh fuck.
Slept like 2 hours a night, and it was not fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I read in this expanding your consciousness book, awakening the inner chakras book, that if you don't um, jerk off or anything like that, that you'll be able to live forever and breathe underwater and be buried alive and shit like that. So I was on that shit for a couple weeks, but then after a while, I wasn't able to sleep. I would sleep like fucking 3 hours every night. I don't know what was wrong with me, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah,
Fascinating.
yeah. I need to get back on that though, because I could definitely feel myself being able to breathe better underwater.
You were getting like One Punch Man abilities just from abstaining from that one event.
Yeah, for a while, for a long time, I was on the One Punch Man training routine, doing like 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups and running and stuff.
Hmm.
But then I sort of fell off. But I've been trying to get back into the push-ups at the very least.
Good. I have not been to the gym in like 3 months, and it's so lame. It's the worst. Ugh,
Is it
I miss.
is it related to like the health issues you were describing
Yeah,
earlier?
like, well, I don't want to like
Yeah.
go all into it, but like I've just like had some weird. Uh, Basically, it's felt like I've had a cold or something for the past like 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
and like I did some blood tests, and they're like, "You're good," and I'm like, "Cool." um, but yeah, it's just been sort of lame.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. I hate having colds.
Dude, yeah, for sure. Um, so I don't know. Like honestly, at this point, I want one of two things to happen. I either want to get better, obviously, so
Uh-huh.
that like I can feel good again, or I, if it gets worse, that's almost okay too, because then I can like go to the doctor and be like, hey, look at these new symptoms. Maybe this will tell me what the problem is.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Do you think it's like COVID related or like a sinus infection or some shit like
Um,
that?
Well, my first thought was it was some sort of like post-viral syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have been having the discussion about long COVID and what that might be.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's one plausible theory.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, I don't think it's a sinus thing. Um, but I don't know. It's a bummer.
Yeah, I had
Uh,
sinus infection once in high school. It sucked, dude. I fucking didn't know what it was, and
mhm,
I had like fucking bad breath and shit like that, and I was like coughing shit up and fucking sneezing all the time.
mhm.
They suck. I've only gotten one, but they're never fun. It's like a infected spider bite, not good.
Mm, yeah, I would not recommend infected spider bites to anybody.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm just trying to figure out like let in a scenario where I do start to feel good again. Like, damn, what do I want to make happen with my youth here? You know, like I
Yeah.
might I might just like ball out to Switzerland for a while, or like I just need to do something explosive. Um, I'm pretty tired of Boise, and yeah, I think it's time to shake up this can of bees a little bit and set them loose.
Hell yeah, shaking up cans of bees is fun. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
have never been to Switzerland, but I would probably recommend it. It seems like a very peace-loving country.
Yeah, for sure.
And
It's just beautiful. That's the only reason.
I think per capita they eat more chocolate than anyone else in the world, so I'm a big chocolate enjoyer, so they have that going for them as well.
That's so good. I hope that's like their primary vice. Like, whereas like in the UK people just like drink all day, but in Switzerland they just go to the chocolate factory with their friends and
Yeah, their vices are chocolate and skiing
uh-huh.
and winter sports and enjoying the scenic views of the Swiss Alps.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a place. Maybe I want to be half Chinese and half Swiss. Maybe that's what I'm going for.
You would probably be an interesting person. That's interesting cultural depth right there. You probably have good
To,
opinions, sound
from back home.
opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm considering Poland perhaps for my next move, maybe in a
Oh,
couple of years.
I gotta be honest. That sounds a little Sad. Sounds like a sad place to be.
Yeah, it might be, but I think it'd also be fun. I think they got good pastries out there, and I'm definitely a pastry enjoyer.
Mm,
I also think it's cheap, and I'm a big
yeah.
fan of cheap living. And I really know nothing about Poland,
Hmm.
so that sort of intrigues me as well. But I
I
think,
saw I saw one cool picture of Poland that like had houses and they were different colors, and I was like, that's nice. That's fun. They were like sort of pastel, you know?
yeah,
Looked quaint.
what's the Russian city with all the fun-looking buildings? Like they look like they could be in a Dr. Seuss book. Maybe it's Moscow, maybe it's St. Petersburg.
Like with the curvy,
Yeah,
curvy
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, and they're like fun colors. I wish we had more of that style architecture.
I wish we had any style of architecture.
Yeah, is as like someone that lives on the West Coast, do you have like a least favorite state? Because I know East Coasters like I hate Indiana, fuck Indiana, fuck like Ohio and all
Uh,
that shit. So
Least favorite state. Um, I mean, Utah's not great.
yeah,
It's kind of boring. Um, I mean, Idaho is kind of boring too. Uh, but like every state on the West Coast has at least like one region that's just like breathtakingly beautiful.
yeah,
So like I do want to just do some more exploring of those rural areas. Because like yeah, even the worst state, even Utah,
yeah.
there's
I
at
had a
least
good time when I was in Utah, man. It was
yeah,
fucking trippy as fuck. The part I was at felt like I was on another planet.
nice.
Yeah, Wyoming was the kind of snooze fest for me.
Mm,
And it almost converted me to right wing Christianity because that was the only station on the radio, and they had no fucking Wi-Fi service the entire state. It felt like so my Spotify to cassette adapter wasn't working, so I had to stick with the one fucking radio they had. And I was like, damn, this shit's. I'm starting to feel something, dude. I'm starting to feel like singing about God.
yeah, I mean, given no other option, it could happen.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think
much.
there's also more cows than humans out there.
I think that's Montana, but yeah, maybe it's the same. They're neighbors. So
Yeah.
aren't you
Uh,
from North Dakota? Isn't that where you roam?
that would be sweet. I've never been to Dakota. I've been to South Dakota.
Okay.
No, I'm a Michigander.
Michigander. Okay, right.
That's fucking awesome that you thought I was from North Dakota. That would be sweet.
Well, somewhere in that club, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm like a Midwesterner. I've been all around the Midwest, like Illinois and Michigan and shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever been to the UP?
Nah,
Oh, I would
never.
like to visit the UP. It feels very mystical.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fucking gorgeous. It's almost like a different fucking country. Like a lot of us on the bottom part of Michigan, like it just seems like a foreign place. I guess I could have gone there. It's quite a drive from where I was
Mm,
located. It's probably like 6 hours or so.
yeah, fair enough.
Um,
Aren't there like a lot of weird little loop-de-loos that like go up into Canada and sneak around, and there'll be like an island that belongs to America inside of Canada?
yeah, I'm sure. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you can get to Canada from Detroit. There's like a bridge from Detroit to Windsor, Canada,
Mm,
so you can get straight there. And that's not even that's lower peninsula of
mm,
Michigan. So, yeah, I mean, the United States, apart from all our political things going on, it is a nice country. I would have liked to have seen it before, um, you know, the 1600s, before white people got here.
I think I would like the United States more if it was like 10 different countries
Yeah, we
that were,
definitely need that. That
yeah,
is 100% a needed thing.
yeah. We can still get along, we can still trade Frito-Lays and stuff, but yeah, we got too much going on. You can't have 400 million people living in one house.
No, that's a recipe for disaster, dude. That's like the Brady Bunch times fucking a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't have 400 million. You can have like 1.5 billion. You can do that. But
That's still a
everybody,
lot.
it's a lot, but like you can't be in the middle.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, people will be arguing about leaving the toilet seat up or putting the toilet seat down. Like, just that argument alone would probably
in
cause.
China, they don't even have toilet seats, so at least everyone's on the same page.
Hell yeah.
You
How do you feel about peeing standing up?
know? Well, as I've gotten older, I find I sit more frequently. Um, but I like peeing outdoors. I'll say
Oh,
that.
yeah, dude. Hell
That's
yeah.
that's an ideal experience.
Dude, I don't think I've peed outdoors once since I've been here. I need to change that.
You gotta change that. I mean, half the fun is the thrill of like, okay, it's a 20-second stealth operation.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. I mean, yeah, I guess there's no excuse really when it comes down to it. I need to find a situation in which I can pee outdoors in a risky situation so I can get maximum thrill points.
or the opposite of the when you're just like in a peaceful, tranquil
Yeah,
region.
I like
Birds
peeing in
are
a nice
chirping.
yeah in a nice landscape like a picturesque landscape like I'm watering the trees without a care in the world.
Hmm.
um, More than a city peer. But one thing I love about Chicago is it's got many alleys. It's a great city for public urination. New York, on the other hand, terrible city for public urination.
It's the worst place to have to pee in the world. There's like no public bathrooms in New York. There's like you got to download an app to find the nearest toilet, and they're all 3 miles away.
Yeah, yeah, you're screwed. You're shit out of luck. You're gonna have to think of something real creative. You're gonna have to roll around with a big size bottle.
And they do. They think they figured it all out. They've got their systems. Yeah.
Yeah, the last time I was in New York, I was with two friends, and towards the end of the night, both of them, they both got weak bladders, so they were just fucking peeing all over the place in the middle of the fucking street and shit like that, and like just, I was like, you guys are a mess, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's nowhere to go. Even the restaurants you go into, they don't want you to do anything there.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a big fan of smiling and saying, please, sir, I need to use your toilet.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
you got a good smile. It'd be hard to pass up.
yeah, it's really my ace card. That's why I'm worried about balding. That's probably my greatest fear because I feel people like just don't give the same love to bald people that they give to people with hair.
I don't say this to everybody, but you could be a wig guy.
I
You
and I
really,
and I people have put my soul at ease by reminding me that wigs are a thing, and I think it would re-inspire my love of fashion, and I could get back into the fashion game if I started doing a wig thing. I could go all out. I would probably be wearing afros and pigtails and stuff like that, and get real exotic with
Goku.
it.
You gotta go Goku.
Yeah, Goku would be sick. I'll write that down. Yeah.
Hmm.
Now I'm almost looking forward to going bald.
Hmm.
But that's a small fortune that you got to pay on the wig game.
That's true. Unless you know a guy who has too much hair, and you get a little bit of a barter system going.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. People, if you say like, this guy's giving me his hair, you're gonna be given strange looks in return. Like, oh,
Hmm.
give me your hair so I can put it on my own head. They'll start thinking you're a serial killer.
Well, no, he'll just tell people he donated it to a cause, and then everyone will clap. You know,
Locks for love.
yeah, for sure, brotherly love.
Yeah, hell yeah. The city of. I was thinking about
Hmm.
moving to Philadelphia.
Yeah, I liked Philly. It was a place to be.
That's where we
For sure.
met. That's the legend of
That's
young Chuck and Riley Miller.
We crossed paths. Yeah,
It's multiple times, more than once.
it's tr- yeah. Where will
It's
they meet
almost like we
again?
were there to attend the same event
Hmm.
and the following events.
Yeah, drawn together.
Yeah, and then I think the last time we were together, we were in New York, and you bought me a shot of tequila, and that was nice.
I did.
And then we danced. We danced the night away. That was a fun time. I had a very good time at that Vapor Space Invaders show the night after.
Yeah, I don't know if the East Coast does it for me. If I'm being honest, like
Yeah, you once
it's
described that
yeah.
without seeing mountains in the background, you would feel
Mhm.
nauseated or just out of place.
That's fair. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's like it's a great place if you're into like Benjamin Franklin lore.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a real Franklin head, you got to check out the East Coast because
Yeah.
there's some buildings over there that are really interesting.
Yeah, they're
But
old. Frank lived there himself.
yeah, um, and I do like the trains. I'll give them that. Um, but they were good bagels. Good
Yeah.
bagels work. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I hear it's because they have different water. They have like crabs in their water, or some type of krill, some type of shrimpy krilly thing that like is supposed to clean the water and make it better.
mhm.
And it's in their bagels too. It's in everything.
And you think that makes the bagels better?
Yeah, no, I've heard that like from culinary experts.
Damn.
Like a friend of mine lives in Denver, and a bagel shop she goes to, they get their water from New York to make the bagels. Like, so there's something going on there.
I know you're a big fish guy. How do you feel about shellfish?
I like them.
Nice.
They're because they're just little bugs of the sea, and I eat them.
And you're a bug eating enthusiast too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's just protein.
Yeah, that
It's
adds up.
it's really an underutilized protein source, and it's incredibly carbon efficient. Like that's the big selling point for me.
Yeah. Are you worried at all about? I know you're a canned fish enjoyer. Are you worried at all about the levels of metals in canned fish?
Well, you don't eat the can, silly.
Oh, that's a
You
good
eat.
point. I do. There, there was a guy on Ripley's Believe It or Not or Guinness Book of World Records that ate an entire airplane.
You know, I like the title of that book because really you could put whatever you want in there because it's just like believe it or
Yeah.
not. You don't have to believe it. They totally got some fake stuff in there.
No, dude, it's all real. It's just you don't have to believe it, but it's true.
Well, stuff in the Guinness Book of World Records, that's legitimate. That's got an infrastructure. But like Ripley's is just like, what if there was a guy who uh, like had 30 fish on his head? Yeah, what
Yeah,
if?
yeah. No, 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 no. It's all true. I think
Think
everything's
about
all
it.
true.
Yeah. My
But
dad
you
worked
are
at.
right. There's less structure to enforce it, so we could be
Yeah.
getting duped. We certainly could be
Hmm.
getting duped.
Have you ever been to a wax museum?
Yeah, there. I actually went to one in Bangkok a few months ago with my friend when she was visiting. Yeah, it was very fun. I'm a wax museum enjoyer, frankly.
Yeah, I like any place I can go to and be like, hey, look, it's that guy. Hey, remember Sylvester Stallone?
If you're a fan of taking photographs with famous people, might I recommend going to a wax museum?
Mhm.
Um, I was very distraught though when I saw Harry Styles at the Wax Museum. I just really am not a Harry Styles fan, so that sort of ruined the vibe. I wish instead of having One Direction that they had BTS instead. That would have been better for me.
I mean, naturally, you're not a fan of Western boy bands?
Um, Not really. I like NSYNC maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Um, but yeah, I think by and large, no. I like in Western boys and Western boy artists. I like Usher.
Mhm.
I like The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Um, but
I don't get that name, The Weeknd. If I was him, I would have maybe called myself The Strengthened.
yeah, that is a good point. He should call
Yeah.
that. I think he's
Ask
ending his
yourself-
shit as The Weeknd and calling himself The Strengthened now. I think his upcoming album is his last as The Weeknd.
Shout out that guy.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
definitely. I really like his music a lot. It's fun to listen to The Weeknd, and I like his music. He's one of my favorites.
I like the songs he did with OPN.
Yeah, that's off his most recent. That's actually probably one of my least favorite albums of his. But So.
I don't have a big opinion there.
Yeah,
You're
no,
right. Yeah.
it's not worth getting into. It's not worth fighting over. Okay, let's not fight about it. Have you ever farted at the gym?
Yeah, it takes a certain level of self-respect to fart at the gym. It took me maybe 4 months to get to that point, where I just let it happen.
Nice.
And like my farts are not good.
Oh
Like,
shit. Do you think
like
that's the protein shakes?
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's all the herbal supplements that aren't working.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the only thing they're doing. Um, but yeah, I have done it, and nobody says anything.
Yeah.
So
They're probably busy fighting themselves.
and yeah, nobody really knows who it is.
Yeah.
Like they know it's somebody around here, but you know that's why they say the old expression "he who smelt it dealt it," because only the dealer knows who dealt.
That's the
Really,
power of the cards, baby.
yeah, for sure. Have you
So what's
have you
next? Do something explosive, make some music, do something explosive, perhaps join a
yeah,
fishing crew in Alaska?
that's well, I do not have fishing crew vitality right now
Oh
by
yeah.
any means. No, I would be the weakest link.
You're more like chocolate, eating chocolate in the Swiss Alps, kind of.
That's kind of where I'm at, and like I said, I want to like push myself to do more stuff. So like, I might just like hyper focus on the music thing
Hmm.
for a while, um, because my music it's starting to get good.
I
Um,
like it.
thank you. Um,
I listened to
but like,
Erotica this morning. It was fucking awesome.
hell yeah, thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah,
That
and you have a weekend sample on the Mushroom Kingdom one too, on the Mushroom album. I
I
think
have a weekend sample. Like
maybe the weekend samples it from something else, but
really,
I think it's a sample of Out of Time. Um,
really, huh?
yeah,
I
maybe
will take
track
the
five
first.
or track six on the Mushroom
Uh,
album.
hmm, that's awesome. Shout out me
Yeah,
for
gangsta
being
shit.
being a gangster. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna push that and have that be my sole reason of existing for a while. Um, and then Switzerland. But like my original 5-year plan was like become a nurse, and so I did like half of the schooling there, and I'm doing CNA work right now, and I really like that.
Hmm.
But it's just like, how much more do I want to push the gas right now? And I
Yeah,
just I don't quite have it.
yeah. I mean, it's hard to fucking know what the right thing to do is. At any given time, and I feel like my impulses and like desires change so frequently.
Mm-hmm.
It also can sometimes, if you have several hobbies like watching films
Mm-hmm.
and making music, sometimes you might think that you should make music, but you'd rather watch a film. So you're like, oh fuck it.
I wish someone would just pay me to watch films and make music. Is it that complicated?
That's why we should have fucking voted for Andrew Yang or eight
Yeah,
years ago or whatever he ran.
I kind of liked him until the internet told me he was cringe, and then I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
I guess he's cringe.
yeah. I don't know. I just wanted $1,000 a month, really.
I mean, yeah, I think it's a pretty good system that I think has been proven to work anytime anyone's tried it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
It seems like, what are you, crazy to not want to vote for fucking that guy that'll give you $1,000 every month? Even if it doesn't work, just to have that be a possibility.
Just try it.
Yeah,
What's the worst
yeah,
that could happen?
yeah,
Worst thing that happens, you get $1,000.
yeah. Or like, yeah, like fucking, I don't know. It just seemed good. It just seemed good. But
Mm,
maybe maybe someone will get it right. I think they'll have to do something.
they will have to do something.
Yeah. What you got going on for the rest of the day?
What do I have going on? Gonna make some music and watch a film.
Nice. What are you what should we look forward to on your letterboxed later
um,
this evening?
What is gonna happen? Probably something bad. Probably
Nice.
like some bad '90s movie. I watched Minority Report with Tom Cruise the other day,
Big Tom
and it was
Cruise
actually
energy.
kind of cool. It's like there's a lot of weird lighting techniques going on that are just disorienting, but used to like cover up bad green screen. Um, like I love transitionary era visuals
Mm-hmm.
from like the late '80s and '90s, like when computer effects like were almost becoming reliable, but like they still have to do so many workarounds. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Star Wars Episode 1 and 2 got a lot of shit for, the quality of CGI, but that's the sort of. I like things that look less realistic. I like PlayStation 2 games and stuff, I ain't trying to
mhm,
play no PS5. I also feel like nowadays there's just too many jump cuts. Movies just move too fast for me now.
mhm.
And it hurts my little eyeballs. I wish they would just keep the same shot going for a while. And also, movies nowadays are very dark, I feel like, as well. So you can never really see exactly what's happening.
Well, it's in the eye of the beholder. It's. I think that's it's open to interpretation.
I'm very bad with movies. I haven't seen any of the Rockies or any of the Tom Cruise
Oh, dude,
movies.
you.
So, which would you recommend first, Rockies or the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible or whatever he did?
Oh, I mean, Rocky's a classic. Watch like the first four Rocky movies
Mm-hmm.
at least. Um, but Mission Impossible is just like there's films and then there's movies.
Yeah.
And Mission Impossible, best movies of all time. You know,
Yeah.
Tom, Tom Cruise runs really fast. He holds his breath for a long time.
And
He
Rocky is a film in comparison.
Rocky is high art. Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
okay, okay.
At least like two of the first four Rocky movies are like important to American cinema.
And your favorite underrated moment is in Rocky 4 when the robot comes to sing Happy
when the,
Birthday?
when the robot sings "Happy Birthday," it's a very special moment. Yeah,
That it
yeah.
does seem like a compelling moment. It was also in the silly zone where I discovered an image of a Digimon being crucified, which is now one of my favorite images that exists. And it is canon. It happened in the episode. Um,
Was it one of those things that like didn't air in America but aired
I
in
think it was
Japan?
like part of a promotional video or a recap or something like that. But it aired. I think it's a thing.
Yeah, I'm dangerously close to just like getting that as a neck tat and starting my RuneScape cigarette arc.
Yeah.
Um, like maybe we'll just do it. You know.
Yeah, you could do like a test run, maybe do 3 or 4 episodes, um, and see and gauge the interest, see if it's worth the health risks. If you get
That's
a lot of clicks, if you get like fucking,
yeah.
if you got 5,000 views on any one of them, maybe it's worth. Maybe there's a way you could just dupe your followers into thinking that you are smoking the cigarettes when really you've switched it out with an herbal tea supplement.
Or just like say, I'm gonna try this right here.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
sort of an oaky afterburn.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I mean, you
I
could
mean,
probably get away with just fucking opening the packs and looking at them, collecting vintage cigarettes and checking out the detail. And get a friend that smokes and bring him on to do like the.
oh, that's pretty good show design. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It
Wait,
could be like a celebrity thing, like fucking Hot Ones or whatever, where you take on different smoking celebrities and they have to smoke 10 different cigarettes and answer questions.
and they'd just be so sick by the end of it.
Yeah, yeah,
It wouldn't be the fun kind like Hot Ones. It would be like really unpleasant.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're
Oh
in
my
like a
god.
fucking crusty ass like fucking rented apartment. It's like super small and carpeted.
That's actually kind of brilliant. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah, we should pitch that to executives. See, dude, we would be valuable assets to any media company.
That's why we just got to keep up with the output.
Yeah.
Eventually, it'll get someone's attention, and then we'll make our cigarette show.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to like read up on my cigarette smoking celebrities so I can have a working list of people to contact from the
Mhm.
jump. I can't think of any off bat that smoke cigarettes.
Ben
Um,
Affleck, he smokes.
yeah, Ben Affleck. Okay, he's a big get.
Yeah, for sure. He's like the pilot episode right there.
Yeah.
That's the draw. Um, well, we can convince other people to start smoking for the show.
Yeah, someone
Like,
would definitely pick it up.
you can just try it once. Just try it for the show. I know you're a little concerned about the health risks, but it's good content.
How do we get on Hot Takes the Vaporwave podcast?
Um,
I'd love
I
to
think
have an episode, frankly.
I think they send you a letter. They got a big wax stamp on it.
They must have
Um,
been sending it to my U.S. address.
that's gotta be it. Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
why I'm starting this to combat with them. I'm trying to take over and be the number one Vaporwave adjacent podcast.
Do you have any hot vaporwave takes?
Um, I don't think so. If I was on the Hot Takes Vaporwave show, I would just talk about BTS the entire time.
Do
So
it.
it would probably be a bad episode. I would do it if they invited me on, but it's all love. I'll be on it one day, or even if I'm not, that's okay too. I just like pestering Isaac. Vaporwave is good.
I would definitely want to collab with you on like some I'll try living like this core, but with like BTS samples and K-pop, and
That would be sweet.
I know you got the good stuff there.
Yeah, I could definitely. I need to learn how to fucking be like a good like sample flipper, like work with other
Mhm.
tracks like you can. I definitely have a wide range of music I could pull from, but not the skill set to make it sound good in like a new context. Um, but
Well, you
yeah, I
could
mean,
do
I feel like the world hasn't experienced enough Young Chuck and Riley Miller
it's true.
content.
You could do like the sample curation and some like minimal chopping
Mm-hmm.
and like the arranging of it, and I could spice it up a little, and there could be something there.
Oh yeah. I mean, it would be pretty powerful, I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can
BTS
see.
is already good as it is, and Vaporwave is already good as it is. It's like making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, essentially.
You can be the bananas, and I'll be the honey, and then you really got a sandwich going.
Yeah, and we could maybe try our hand at Taylor Swift content as well, like putting some, like I know the Keith is big into the Taylor Swift samples. You know, I feel like we can't rule out having some Taylor, having like
Yeah.
a,
I was a little concerned. I'm considering uploading this new Cool Sun project to Spotify,
hmm
but I'm concerned about there's samples on it, and I don't want the sample police to arrest me. Um, but like, there's so many big names out there that are like sampling Taylor Swift, and like, I'm sure there's a billion hip hop tracks that are not cleared that have made it on
Oh yeah.
Spotify.
Dude, fucking one of my early albums, maybe my fourth one,
Mhm.
had a 30-second soundbite from the movie Spaceballs, just directly imported in, not screwed, not chopped, just 30 seconds of speech from Spaceballs.
Nice.
Nothing happened. Uh,
Yeah.
I took it down eventually because I listened to, I was like, holy shit, like how is this legal? I don't want to get popped for this like 10 years down the line. But I don't think anything would have ever come from it. All
Yeah.
my shit has so many fucking unclear video game samples, and it's like that
Mhm.
one fucking Vaporwave shirt, like copyright is joke or copyright is dead, sampling is God or something.
I think I'm not really concerned about like consequences of it, and more just like I know that the algorithms for identifying samples are getting better. So
hmm
like if I submit the album to CD Baby to upload, like will it even pass their inspection? Or like are the algorithms improving to a point where it'll just shut it down?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. Yeah, technology is getting too strong. I think they should just stop making new technology and maybe take away some technology. And the only thing that I really want to keep is Spotify. Um, if they get rid of everything else besides Spotify, I'd be okay.
Um, I would say just Bandcamp, and Spotify can take a break for a while.
Yeah, Spotify can suck it.
But digital music is awesome. Like, as a concept, I think we forget too quickly how phenomenal this technology we have is. Like, I remember having my grade school MP3 player. It was just like a USB stick,
Mm-hmm.
and I could fit 50 songs on it, and I thought that was so cool.
Yeah,
And now I have every song in my
ever.
pocket at all times, every single one.
Yeah.
Um, and like,
Have you ever tried
yeah,
illegally downloading music? It's
um,
pretty keynote.
I, I do on occasion use a YouTube to
Oh
MP3
yeah,
converter.
for the good stuff.
That's an inside scoop for all you producers. Here's a top tip: you can convert a YouTube video to an MP3. You just got to go to a website and click a button.
Yeah, you might get some sketchy looking pop-ups, but it's all part of the plan.
Just don't click on the pop-up. You'll be
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look for horny singles near you. You'll be
No,
yeah.
you did not win.
No.
I'm sorry to let you know you did not win
Yeah,
anything.
yeah. And you don't need to find out why doctors hate this woman. You know, it's not worth it.
Because she's a bitch.
Yeah, for real, dude. Fuck her.
Because she's not nice.
Yeah,
That's why they don't like her.
yeah.
She
They don't like no meanies.
she's not nice. I'm sorry that I said the B word. That felt bad.
That's
I'm not
okay.
gonna.
It's okay. I think that's another reason why I'm struggling to release new music is my lyrical content can be sometimes jarring, and I think, am I too old to be singing things like this?
Yeah. You need to drop the PG gospel album.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. But swearing is so fun.
It is. It happens.
Yeah,
Feels a little naughty.
yeah,
I don't know. I think I've decided my output is best when it's PG. Because like anytime I try to do something a little dangerous, I have a weird feeling afterwards.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I just turn off those voices. The voice that says, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" I just think, oh, what's the worst that could happen?
That's fair. Well, maybe you need to at least make radio edits.
Yeah, definitely. I need to upload all my lyrics. There's a plethora of things I need to do. I want to get into the music video game. Not doing some nice music
That's
videos.
that's where your money is for sure.
Yeah,
It, yeah,
I've
one
done.
hundred
I
percent.
think I have like maybe 5 or 6 songs music videoed up with like a couple different people that have made them. But I think learning how to do them myself would be the best bet because then I could
Hmm.
really fit in with the whole ethos. I've done a few sets for Sight, Sounds, and Conversations. I don't know if you've watched show. It's like Codex Encyclopedia and Sega Octopus show.
Yeah, yeah.
But my last one there was pretty fun. I did a lot of the video editing on that, and I definitely feel like there's room for growth. Need a cameraman. Cameraman's
Mm.
good. Uh, could do iPhone music videos then. Just having a dynamic dynamic shot. Where it's not.
You got to get the angles. It's all
Yeah.
about having 3 angles. That's the key to success.
Yeah.
Three of them.
Yeah, that's like a triangle.
Hmm.
And triangle is like the Illuminati, and Illuminati equals success.
They call that the rule of triangular success in
Yeah.
the film industry.
How do you compare that to the Fibonacci sequence, which is more powerful?
If you can make a music video utilizing the techniques of the Fibonacci, then you're really gonna expand your options.
Are you a good math guy? You seem like the kind of guy that would be decent at math.
I'm kind of decent at math. I don't really like it, but
Yeah.
like the numbers just, I don't know. I just sort of have a Rain Man brain that's just like, yeah, that's probably the answer when I see a
Yeah.
math problem. And like I'm normally right
Yeah.
about it.
Have you ever considered running for president?
Yeah, like 2040. I'll try it.
Yeah. I would
I
vote
think.
for you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Um, Yeah, I think that everyone should run for president at some point in their life. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd really want the responsibility. I wouldn't want to win. It might be fun to run, but actually winning would be horrible.
I could do it for 4 years. I think that I would be the first president who would like do it for 4 years, and then everyone's like, please, 4 more years, and I'm just like, nah,
Nah, yeah, fuck
sorry
out of
guys,
here.
I did it,
Yeah,
done.
I did what I set out to do.
Because like I think every other president who's been around for 4 years, like they get usurped, like they run again.
Yeah,
But like, has anybody just not ran? I don't know.
that could be you. You could run on that principle, say, after four
I'm
years, I'm
just,
fucking
I'm
out.
not gonna run for sure. Yeah. So if it goes poorly,
Yeah, yeah.
don't worry too much.
Yeah. Well, they need to do something over there in America, so yeah, I think maybe that might be the right thing to do. 2040 can't come fast enough as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Well, I'm probably gonna skedaddle in a bit. It's getting late. I gotta
That's
wake up
fair.
one more time for collect some final exams tomorrow. So,
Okay.
no,
Well, it's about lunchtime for me, so it's been good to see you
well,
again.
hold on. Anything you want to plug or anything you need to say to the
Um,
viewers? Anything you need to get off your chest?
uh, keep on party rocking in the free world, everybody. Tune in next week to the Young Chuck Show for exciting new content and
With Ben Affleck.
interactions with celebrity guests
Yeah.
featuring Ben Affleck.
Well, Riley Miller, it's been an absolute pleasure and an
Hell yeah.
absolute joy. Until next time, you're always welcome back on the podcast. May we
Okay.
meet again soon, and maybe we can discuss Nintendo characters and other exciting things. I'm sure it'll be a joy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until then, enjoy your protein shakes and don't forget to eat solid food too at some point today.
I'll get there.
Nice. At lunchtime. A nice grilled
That-
cheese, perhaps.
That's the system. You're seeing the vision.
Maybe you
Yeah.
could rent from Cheese Chooch Gagooch.
Cheese, chooch, chooch. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, man.
Okay.
Have a good day. It was a pleasure. Talk to you
Okay.
soon. Bye bye.
Okay.
Riley freaking Miller. One of my favorite people on the, just on the face of God's green earth. Real hell of a guy. Can't say enough good things about the one and only Riley Miller. You can stream his music. He's got many aliases. Cool Sun, No Memory, Apollo Monday, Riley Miller. I'm sure there's a couple other ones that I'm forgetting. He's got many aliases. He's a man that wears many hats, some of them crocheted, probably most of them crocheted. But until next time, I hope you had fun at the Young Chuck podcast episode 4 featuring Riley freaking Miller. Oh yeah, what a hoot and a holler. Well, until next time, this is Young Chuck wishing you good morning, good afternoon,